some really great insights into foreign education. Once again, let me extend a warm greeting to all of you at today's meet and greet session with Mr. Hinchcliffe, the CEO and Dean of King's Own Institute, is here to inform us about the options accessible to Indian students studying overseas. The main goal is to increase everyone's understanding of international education and the ways in which it enhances the students' prospects. We all have gathered here to welcome Mr. Hinchcliffe to India. First, allow me to welcome Mr. Doug Hinchcliffe to the stage. Mr. Hinchcliffe is the CEO and Dean of King's Own Institute, a leading private institute in Sydney that provides all students with a high caliber education while also assisting them in advancing their careers by bringing the best resources together. King's Own Institute is a tertiary level institution offering high quality accredited degree course and known as a top educational provider for nurturing its people. And students believe that their time at KOI has been worthwhile. We greatly appreciate you being here, sir. Next, I'd like to call Ketanini Sarla Garu onto the dais. Operator of Amarpet and as the director of New Way Textiles Industry, more well known for the work in women's improvement. She has always been a strong female leader who reacts quickly to the people, a dynamic individual who always assisted ladies in all walks of life. She was always dauntless and did her best to promote girl education. It's a privilege to have you with us, ma'am. Next, I'd like to extend a formal invitation to Mr. Satya Shukla Garu from Aussie Education. Is an established overseas education and migration consultancy. Hundreds of people have been sent by them annually to numerous well-regarded universities and colleges in abroad. In addition, offering services including career counseling, academic evaluation of students, organizing awareness seminars, admissions, visa assistance, pre-departure orientation, and advice on how to survive while residing and attending a foreign country's educational institution. Having you join us today is a great honor for us. Thank you. Next, I would like to call Vantipalli Bharati Garu, the host of today's conference, onto the dais. The Chief Operating Officer of Acsses, an international college established in the year 2019. The institute offers a broad selection of courses complemented by global initiatives and cutting-edge innovative digital engagement. It involves offering top-notch education, training, and consultancy services that make an effective difference and opening up a whole new world of opportunities to students willing to study abroad. Next, I would like to invite Bharti Garu onto the podium to give us a welcome address.
Welcome everybody, dignitaries on stage, Mr. Hinchcliffe and Satya and Sarla, and Mr. Bandaru Dattatreya ji is on the way, and Tigara Krishna Reddy ji also is on the way. So this is a great honor for Mr. Hinchcliffe to come all the way from Australia to India and to educate our students, Indian students, to build their future in a better way. To make brighter future for Indian students. He is here and he is running a very successful organization abroad, which is really a very great thing. And my staff yesterday were commenting when they were receiving him from the airport, saying that at this age he is very active. We were telling, so take him as an inspiration, and you also develop that. So we have an organization here in Hyderabad, and we are associated with Aussie Education for sending students abroad to study masters and bachelors. So hope all of you, if you have any questions, there will be a meet and greet session with Mr. Doug personally. You can ask him any questions you have. Thank you. Thank you.
Poem to deliver a few words.
To public speaking, I will now hide behind the lectern. All right. I have a shopping bag here. No, it's not real. But I have some training aids. The teacher in me hasn't changed. So I've got some training aids to keep you informed. I'd like to add my thanks for all of those people here and those who are still coming here, and of course those who could not be here today. Try this one. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes!
Now I've got your attention. Good. Terrific. I have a cheat sheet here, a list of honourable people who deserve mention. This country is really, really going places. The Australian government is working with your government, Prime Minister to Prime Minister, and it's working very well. It's got a global village, it's a global exercise, and this country is actually leading the way in so many ways. This city, this high-tech city of Hyderabad, is again a world leader, not just an Indian national leader, a world leader. The people here, the people who can't be here, in fact all of your associates here and around the world have made it happen. Past, present and future leaders in this industry. The wider industry, not just IT, but in education and associated with education. First of all, I'd like to pay my due respect to Sri Bandaru Dattatreya and the Honourable Governor of Haryana, to an apology from Sri Dr. Vivek Venkateswamy, the Chairman of Visakha Industries, to Sri Tigala Krishna Reddy from Education Society Chairman for TKR, to Sri Shyam Sundar God Urugula, BJP President, apologies for my pronunciation, Ketanini Sarala of the GHMC Corporator Amipra, and Vantapali Bharati, Acsses International College COO. But of course, the man on my left, the man you should know and get to know, if not today, then in the near future, because it's money in your pocket if you're interested in growing a business. This is Sri Satya Shukla. He's the global CEO of Aussie Education, and you'll see that on the banner behind. So there he is. So to the people here and to all of you good people organising, I thank you for getting us together. What I should do is ask you how long you have to be here today. Now we'll give you toilet breaks, but I can talk for a long time. Satya here can talk for an even longer time. So, do you want me in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 2 days? I'm here for 3 days. So if you have 3 days, we can talk and get to know each other. So, I guess we're talking about 20 minutes or so? Okay, all right. So I'm going to move to the lectern because it's easier than holding it. There are many people here today who have travelled quite some distance, and we know about that because you come all the way here, you have to go back, and that's tough. So for those people who've come from quite some distance, I know 200, 400 kilometres and more, I thank you most sincerely. I'm humbled by your presence as well as those other great people because of the commitment you have made. And it is a commitment. As I said, it's an amazing city, Hyderabad. I was here about 12 years ago, and it's changed considerably, like out of this world. We started when we tried in KOI, came here, we were too early, and we had visa rejections that we didn't fully understand, and we all had to learn. And the Australian High Commission were very helpful. I followed their advice. I still work with them on a regular basis and take their advice and it's been a very successful, I wouldn't say a partnership, but a very successful association. So what I would say, your neighbour, Nepal, has been a notable success story, which I would like to repeat in India. You see, we stayed out of India all this time because of all the problems that they were there, and the Australian High Commission were not overly impressed with some of the people that were in the industry. But things have changed. You see, integrity is everything. Reputation really does count. So we are just as concerned for our reputation as you are concerned for your reputation, because it's valuable. It's a saleable exercise that we're engaged in. Visa grant rates are one thing, completion rates are another. Our tagline at King's Own Institute is success in higher education. And that's what we do, we're proud of that. But it's a partnership. You see, we don't have offices, we work with agents. We work with people who have developed and have a reputation for integrity. You see, you don't know about KOI, King's Own Institute, because we haven't been advertising, haven't been promoting. Aussie education here, someone that I know I can trust, that's why I'm here. Sincerely, it's not a paid advertisement, nothing like that. It's an association. You get this lived-in look for making mistakes, trust that gets misplaced, and you learn to pick up the pieces and go forward. So here we are, going forward as best we can. Please come in. Please come in. As I said, KOI is a proud success story since 2010. You see, COVID came along and changed a lot of things. Some of us not only got older, we realised we were older. We got to do things that we'd never done before. We'd never taught English online. In fact, online learning delivery is what we became well known for. We jumped into it, we pioneered a lot of things we didn't know that we were doing for the first time. Online learning delivery, OLD. That spells old. Suddenly I felt people saying, oh, you're old. Well, we're online learning delivery rather than being old. But yes, I am older. Advancing years rather than advanced years. So that's where I'm coming from, but I'm still learning. I'm still trusting, and I'm still looking to grow associations, grow business, and grow those friendships. Working together should be the theme of what we're doing here today and going forward. The success in higher education is not just for students and their future careers, their jobs, and the careers that go from those jobs, but success in our future is from the business that is the agents who make it happen. You see, we don't have those offices, and trust is where it has to be. Visa rejections can be difficult, and you have to go through and spend more time, money and effort to overcome what was omitted from the application or what was sent in error, one of those things. So you really should be trying to get it right the first time. So listen up today, and I'm not here to teach you, you know your business. But this man over here and his team can help that success rate for you, speed up the process, reduce the error rate, increase the visa grant rate the first time. Get students who are really interested. We know they have to have the head, as in satisfying the entry requirements. Now, I would like to say that people's English language proficiency is general. This state is certainly better than in other parts where I've been. Having said that, the level there is for a reason. But we have learning skills centres. We have all the things that you need, all the people there to lift people if they're English, they're written English. Not their spoken English, they're world class. But reading and writing typing if you like, is something else. It needs practice. So we've got the people there for that. In fact, they lecture it, they teach it. We teach TESOL, teaching of English to speakers of other languages. But let's go back one, King's Own Institute. You see, King's Own Institute is not koi, K-O-I. K-O-I is a fish. We'd like to think that we teach people how to fish rather than giving them fish, but the KOI is not the fish we'd be trying to give away either. But KOI is something for you to know and look up and follow and talk to people, talk to students. I mentioned Nepal. Students going to agents in Nepal, they go and ask for KOI. And if I can't go to KOI, I'll go somewhere else. You see, that's the reputation that's built up because it works. Why does it work? Success rate is one thing. Being affordable fees is quite another. Such you might, if he's willing, go through that in some detail, what that means to you, what it means to parents of those students that come through you to KOI. You see, if you're getting the same end result, not similar, but the same, then you're getting it for half the price of a university, then you've got to say, why would I need to go to a university? So that's why we have to come and understand what the difference might be. So money speaks. If you get the same end result taught by the same people, lecturers and tutors from those same universities, and get those jobs and careers where it doesn't matter whether you've been to Melbourne University, University of Queensland, Sydney, UNSW, wherever, or KOI, it is the same to an employer, because that is what it's about. You see, the standards in Australia are for all, not for some, they're all the same. We have a case manager from our regulator, the Tertiary Education Quality Standards Agency, and they're tough, but they're tough on the same rules for us as the same rules are for the universities. The case manager has universities and institutes of higher education. And you see, that's where the difference is. KOI is not a university. Let's be very clear on that. It's not a university. In Australia, by law, the word university is reserved for public universities. Now that's a big difference. Other universities might come in from overseas. Carnegie Mellon came and then closed down. Others have stayed there, and others might still come. You see, institutes of higher education are what we all are, in fact. But the universities are public universities, and then there's private. KOI is now a leading private institute of higher education, and that's significant in 10 years. We haven't done it easily, we've done it the hard way, because we don't go out setting up offices everywhere. We go through agents, and we get to learn to trust each other, work together, and that's where Nepal has been a standout success. I've been wagging the finger at them, and they've been very honest in telling me what they want, and we work together, and the Australian High Commission is extremely satisfied, because we don't have any problems with those students. Are they the brightest people? Are they the sharpest spark in the fire? Possibly not. But they've got that head, and they've got that heart, and they've got the foundation. So if you've got that burning drive, that motivation, you want to get ahead, it's there for you. You are the ticket to success for all these people, and taking a lot of pressure off parents, because they know there is something affordable there. Some students will go to Australia and then come back, or wherever they go, to Canada or somewhere, but they might come back. You see, it's a global village. Rabobank, which is one of their top 4 in the world, the agricultural bank, they've taken a lot of our graduates 4 times, they've kept most of them, and they come back, and back, and back, and back, because these kids are global. They might come from any of the 62 countries we've had through KOI, from around the world, and they'll go to wherever, to America, back to Holland, or wherever it might be, or back to their own home country. But this is where it's about. This is success for you, for students, and for the parents to taste success. You've got them to that level, you're taking them up to the next level. It is a partnership, an association that's valuable. And I've just let you know from my little grab bag here, you'll get this up on the web, it's on everything there, the link, but all the student guide, that's there. Yeah, you've got that, yes. You've got that. You may in fact have some of these here, the calendar. The calendar is very handy to see where things are, how things work with us. 5.5 hours is a time zone difference, but here we're working on the same times in the year, and you'll see what works and what doesn't work for you. You see, in this here as well as in the brochure, it talks about the KOI story. KOI story. Have a look and understand what it's about. It's about, that's why the fish is in there, the KOI, because it looks like that. Because when we started, they said, we didn't want to be college because that's a vocational college. We can't be university, so King's Own Institute, KOI. They were selling, but KOI is a fish. Well, we're not selling fish, no. And then someone said, well, hang on, there's a story. There's about the KOI, the legend of the fish, the dragonfish, that struggles against the current, the birds trying to get the fish, and everything's going against them, and they struggle, and they go up the stream, up the waterfall, and they get there, and as he said, it's like a student struggling against everything, and they graduate. You see, that's what we do. We overcome those difficulties, and we do it very well. There's something else you would know too, and you've seen this about Newcastle. Well, Newcastle's a new development for us. It'll be first before we go other places too, as we're growing, because we're popular. Now you get on to success yourself and find something where people want to go. The courses, as you can see, in accounting, business and IT, etc., Tesla, as I mentioned, the specialisations, the popular ones, you do so well here, of cyber security and of course data analytics and all of those things. You see, we've got a lot of very good people from around the world, and we've captured those. We pay more for our lecturers and tutors than any other private in Australia. And that's significant, so we can select the best, and we get the results that come through with that. The facilities are better than, or equal to, or better than just about all of the universities. How do we know that? Because we're told that. Because the people that matter. Vipa Mahajans, that's just recently retired Chief Commissioner of the Tuition Protection Service. All of that sort of thing there has helped. So he goes to all of the universities and rates us better than the rest. You see, we value that feedback. Talk to students if you have any, talk to agents, talk to Satya and his team. We're sure, 15 years living in Australia. He's back here, because a lot of people come back and, hey, let's bring this back here and make it work. India is going places like wow. So sometimes it's very handy to come back and get onto that bandwagon, off you go. So Newcastle, the guide there that helps you. There's something else in here. If you read the paper this morning, as I did not, particularly in your language, there's one article here in this paper, The Times of India from Hyderabad. It's today, this morning. It says on page, have a look at it sometime, page 8. I commend you to have a look at it, because this is real. Doctorates, postgraduates, law graduates applying for AP constable position posts. And it says here, the applicants for these posts of constable, as a police officer, right? The applicants included, and I think it's about 155,000 graduates, but of course there were 10 PhD holders, 94 lawyers, and 103,000 postgraduates that have applied for those posts. That's significant. That's competition, and that's happening. So you want to make a difference. The students must be made to feel like they're different. Hey, any parents in here, put your hands up if you're parents. Oh, don't be ashamed. Come on, be proud. Are you a parent or a grandparent? Oh, not many people. I'm sorry. I thought that was it. Oh, let's start again. No photographs on this, okay? So if you're afraid of advertising that you've got children, you didn't want to tell people, that's okay. Look at me, no one look at me, and no one look at anyone else. No photographs, please, right? Hands up those who are parents. That's a lot bigger show, thank you. Right. Your children are special. You've got to make them special, and you're doing the best thing for them. Making a difference, standing out from the crowd, is what it's about. Giving them opportunity as best as you can afford. Sometimes it's going away to places like Australia, New Zealand, or wherever, Canada. You go to where the options are best for them to either stay there, start a new life, or go there, come back. But you see, it's global. Good people are in demand around the world. And you are part of that jigsaw, putting it all together. Sucher and his team will make it happen. Absolutely. Proven. That's why I'm here. It's proven, not just talk. I know what we can do. I'm not so sure what you can do. But you're in this room for a reason, because you're qualified to be here. That makes you special. Now, if money's not of interest to you, if growing a business is not of interest to you, that's understandable. Do you want reputation rather than money? That can happen. I say to students, I've said something wrong. Some people are going. Huh? Oh, I beg your pardon. All right. Okay, the great man's coming, so I guess we have to stop. So that's fine. I saw the other great man, Patel, the tallest statue down in Gujarat, and that was a story too about unity. And this is unity, working together. Separate's fine, and you do well. Working together, that's powerful. That's powerful. And that's how you go ahead faster. Probably easier too, because they can simplify things, stopping those mistakes. Whether you come to KOI or anything else, you go to somewhere proven performance. Otherwise, you get your phone out and say, selfie, look at yourself, get a mirror. Hey, who's responsible? The person, as long as there's no one behind you, the person responsible is yourself. You are responsible. So take that responsibility seriously. Whether it be your children, the children of others, through you, that might be coming to KOI or anywhere else, but do the best for them. Do your own research. Be a smart shopper. Help the parents to be a smart shopper so they can look around and see what's best value for them, what does work for them, and not just talk. No one can waste their time and just talk. It's got to be proven. And that's what we're here about. I want good students. Australia wants good students. India wants good students. Because the best of those, they become the graduates for those jobs and careers in Australia, in India, in fact around the world. Because you can make that difference. It really is, it's tough because you have to help them, and sometimes they're young and you have to guide them. They listen to you. Remember the head? They've got that, you've proven that. Their entry level's there. English language proficiency, the entry levels and what they're doing, right? Levels of everything. And then the rest is this. Only you and your God will know that. Mums will know it better than ever, right? What their kids got in them. And then you have to guide and support and nurture. We've got all the support there, but they've got to get there. And hopefully, there are some agents that do this very well. They stay in contact with their students. You see, those students, when they graduate, they invite those people, they sometimes come, or watch the graduation at Sydney Town Hall on the interactive vision. So we're sending this around the world, right? Widestream, it's there. So that coverage is there, and they see that. And they stay in touch with them because those students, those graduates talk to others, and that leads people coming back in that same pathway. So I'll probably stop there in the sense that KOI is there for you. Look for it yourself, be a smart shopper, be a discerning, interested business person, because business is about doing things, researching and getting the best value for what you're doing. Your time is worth money. You can't afford to waste your time. You want reputation. You want repeat business over and over and over again. And you can get that. So KOI, we know it works for others. This is my first time back in India here. We're starting again in India. So it's greenfield for us, as for you, and certainly with the people here that can make a difference. That's why I'm here with Satya and his team, because they really are good and you can rely and trust on them. So I'll take questions at the end, but Satya, do you want to talk first?
Let's wait for him to come and then we'll
I will do that. Okay, we'll do the handover there. We'll save them from my accent to let you know how bad it is. When people come to Australia, they get off the plane, off the aircraft, and they've walked a very short distance, and they get their passport out, and someone says from immigration, usually an Australian-born person like myself, who says, "Did you come here tonight?" You're tired, you just got off the aircraft, and you go up there, "Did you come here tonight?" What you hear is, "Did you come here to die, go to heaven?" But it's meant to come out as, "Did you come here today?" Well, of course you came here today. There's the plane. I walked here. That's what happens. So it's the accent. Now you've got lots of accents in this country. You've got lots of languages, I suppose. Lots. I don't know how many. There's a lot. And north to south, east to west is different. Okay, but good luck to you. And Hindi is your official language, but it's not spoken everywhere. So that's interesting for someone like me. Luckily for me, we've got English. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And most of us speak English. Not in some hotels, I'd have to say. However, we're working on that, and we'll get there. So this is about being as good as we can, and we'll pause here for a moment. You're a hero.
Hero, sir. Real life hero.
And because of your status, the
Yes.
stature of what you've done, maybe you could talk to us here, is that possible?
Yeah, he will talk, sir. He will talk. We'll ask him
Thank
to
you very
talk,
much.
sir.
Just to put that in, do you have a pocket that's
Role
right?
model politician of India.
Role model.
Role model politician of India.
There we go. I went to see another great statue of the great man himself down there. Again, I've seen a great man. Can I just can I rub shoulders for good luck? That'd be nice. All right. So, sir, thank you. And I'm listening. And for such
Please take your seats.
A very warm welcome to our governor, Sri Bandaru Dattatreya Garu. An Indian politician who had been the governor of the state Haryana since 2021. He served as the 20th governor of the state Himachal Pradesh and as a representative for Secunderabad in the Lok Sabha from 2014 to 19, and also as a union minister in the central government from 1998 to 2004. Additionally, well known to the general public for his contribution in societal transformation, including the development of slums, the provision of potable water, and as the founder of Sanskara Bharati Culture Organization. He is also known for his work with the voluntary organization that aids cyclone and natural disaster victims. We are incredibly privileged to have you here, sir. Thank you. Moving forward with the program, I'd like to invite Mr. Sampath Garu to felicitate Dattatreya Garu. Devi to facilitate Sarla Garu. Radha to honor Bharti Garu.
Good afternoon to everyone, and our honorable, respectable Governor Bandaru Dattatreya Garu, and the Austria who has come from the Mr. Dow Kishki, and the CEO of Australian Career College, Ms. Bharati, and the team where they came from Australia. A hearty welcome to all of you, and I'm honored to be here and speak about the Australian Career College, where they are running from past 3 years. And this was started, it's like in a casual way they have started this Australian Career College, but it became a core where they're taking and flourishing in Telangana. So I appreciate Ms. Bharati to taking the initiative of this college, because I think they are making them to be here for 2 years and the other 3 years abroad, where they can adjust the environment situations here, and then they can continue the studies and get there. What I have noted. అందరికీ కూడా తెలుగు వచ్చు కాబట్టి ఐఎమ్ కంఫర్టబుల్ టు స్పీక్ ఇన్ తెలుగు ఆల్సో. వేదిక మీద అందరికీ కూడా నమస్కారం. ఈరోజు మనం ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అన్నది ఇట్స్ మెయిన్ కోర్ ఫర్ అవర్ కంట్రీ, బికాస్ వీ హ్యావ్ యూత్ మోర్ ఇన్ అవర్ కంట్రీ, and we are supposed to see that their career is going forward in a right path, where again after finishing the education also, I hope the children who studied in Australia also come back to India and they set up a career in India. That type of education is necessary for the youth. So thank you very much for me to honoring here. Thank you
For your valuable words. Moving forward, I'd like to invite Satya Shukla Garu from Aussie Education to speak few words.
Thank you everyone for having us here today, and thank you His Excellency Governor of Haryana sir to be here. We have watched you since our childhood, and it's an honor and privilege to meet you here today. Thank you Sarla ma'am, thank you Bharti ji for having us here. Bharti ma'am have achieved a lot of things with Career College, and she don't need any more recognition in terms of having her career in education sector. So we are privileged to attach with her in forms of Aussie Education, which will add value to her existing project, because going overseas, having an overseas education, for the parents having a dream of their kids to be in Australia, Canada, UK, US and New Zealand, has grown a lot in last 10 years. Just to give you an example, about 2008-2009, there were only 52,000 students who were going to Australia, Canada, UK, US, New Zealand from India. Do you know what is the number now? Anyone? Any idea? Any guesses?
16 lakhs.
Sorry?
16 lakhs.
Very close, very close. Can I get a handheld mic? 2008-2009, the number were about 52,000. And now we are expecting in 2024, by the end of 2024, it's 1.8 million. There are almost about 127,000 students who goes to UK, about 135,000 who goes to Canada, 120,000 who goes to Australia. In terms of countries of demand for education, US is always stable, followed by Canada, followed by Australia, followed by UK. Sometimes it's need to become a global citizen with skilled and education, or other time it's a greed of getting a residency in those countries. So whatever way you dream for your students, for your kids, we are here to help you. but please make sure don't treat each and every student with the same stick, not in the same fashion. For example, if you put a fish here, a monkey here, an elephant here, and myself here, and you ask us to climb the same tree, I'm sure I'll be the last one. Okay, so education has changed over the years. It's not that like, my son, my daughter wants to become a engineer or doctor or scientist. Gone are those days. Sachin Tendulkar has changed the whole face of the education. So now you yourself as a parent, you yourself as a counselor, you yourself as an educator need to understand what your student, what your kids is good at and support them. Because in each and every industry, each and every business, in each and every country, there are successful people and there are unsuccessful people. So let them follow their dreams. This morning I was very fortunate to meet one of the lady who's sitting here. Okay, she told me a very interesting story about reading the career with fingerprints. Yeah, I've heard about that plenty of times, but never met someone face to face who can explain me in detail what exactly that means. And trust me, it's real. So that way, you need to understand that we are here to help you. I got special attachment with Hyderabad. I started my first business in 2004 from Gachibowli and Amirpet. Unfortunately, didn't do well, but I never knew that in 2023 again we'll be here. So thanks to Bharti ma'am for having us here. Now that's about overseas education, how the trend has grown. But in the same time, what happened is there's a lot of fraudulent documents, financial fraud, and the students in terms of human trafficking, which has happened from India also. We don't want to be part of that. We are here for a quality education. We are here to make sure the students which we recruit, they become a global citizen. Today, by sitting in this room, you can easily know what's happening in US, what's happening in UK. Why? Because internet has changed the whole situation. There is no more geographical boundaries. Countries are not divided by geographical boundaries anymore. TikTok, Facebook, social media, Google Uncle, they have changed everything. So we are here to make our students a global citizen. As you might have heard, Amit Chacha said in one of his movie, be skillful and the success will follow you. So first education, then money will follow you. Not first money and education. That will never happen. Personally, in Aussie education, we got more than 6,000 students from Telangana region. I met someone from JNTU this morning. I can't remember the name, sorry for this. Srinivas sir. Okay. You don't even believe I got more than 1,800 students from JNTU who are either doing studies through us or they are doing their permanent residency file through us. So there is no dearth of talent here in Telangana. I don't know whether you guys know or not, but Telangana is at number 7 with 97.3% in year 12 among all the Indian states. It is big achievement. So there is a quality, the question comes to us, the responsibility comes to us, whether we want to be a responsible educator, a responsible counselor, a responsible provider or not. That comes to us. So either we can try to sell package in India, what happens? Charging 30 lakh, 40 lakh, 50 lakh from the people and send them as a part of human trafficking. Or we send one student each of 1,000, but we can proudly say that this doctor has been sent by us, this engineer has been sent by us, this sports person has been sent by us. So take pride in your work. Money will follow. Greed will make you down in 6 months, 1 year or 2 years. You can never be a successful person by following shortcut. I have realized that, I have experienced that, and that's the reason why we are standing in front of you here. So please, let your greed be under the table. Don't bring them out. Let the student to become a global citizen. Now, things goes to how Aussie education and KOI works together. We got direct
agreement with more than 27 universities in Australia, more than 470 providers worldwide. So what we have realized when it comes to Indian students, Nepalese students, Pakistani students, Bangladeshi students, as much as education matters, it also matters the most the cost of the education. So if you hire someone for a university, for a same course example, let's say bachelor in IT, you'll be paying about $48,000 a year, which is about 24 to 25 lakhs Indian rupees a year. But if you recruit the same student for KOI, you'll be paying something about $15,000, $16,000 a year, which is about 7 to 8 lakhs. So imagine the saving. You can buy a brand new Mahindra Thar car here, just for saving, like you can present to your parents. And now the second question you might be asking, yeah, but you'll get the university degree. How will that really compare with KOI degree? So just to let you know, being a migration agent myself, being an expert in that field, when you get a degree from any provider in Australia, they all goes under same AQF level. So when you get a Bachelor of IT degree, for example, from an university or from KOI, it goes through a same skill assessment process from Austrian Computer Society. They get a same point for permanent residency. They follow the same process. There is no difference at all. But yes, there is a difference. They will be saving more than 18 to 20 lakhs per year, which is more than 60 lakhs saving over 3 years. So that speaks volume about the saving and getting a same degree, following the same pathway for permanent residency. So why not KOI? Now let's go to second point. KOI got 3 campuses in Sydney and 1 in Newcastle. So if anyone wants to study away from Sydney in a remote location, in a peaceful place, then we got another option in Newcastle. They are owned by CEG Group, which got more than 76,000 students worldwide. 76,000. So it's not a small group or any colleges with 300, 400, 500 seats sitting in one corner that we are bringing here. That's not the case. It's a higher education provider. It's not a vocational, it's not a certificate 4, it's not a diploma, it's not advanced diploma. It's a bachelor and master degree course. Okay, and good courses in accounting, in data analytics, in software development, in cyber security, all these courses, the courses which are in demand. So now it's up to you how you want to relate with that one. And with Doug sitting here, I can guarantee you, we can provide you with the best commission, best bonuses than anyone else in India can do. Anyone else in India can do. And let's see, you will see that why would you want to work with Bharti ma'am, why you want to work with Aussie Education. What happens if tomorrow, let's say me and Bharti ma'am are traveling to Delhi and our plane crashes. We both are gone. What will happen about my money? So in that case, Doug is sitting here. He will guarantee you about your money. If something happens to him, then KOI will give you your money. But your money is safe. Okay, so that's guarantee is there. So in that way, Bharti ma'am is here, Suhag is sitting here, our team is sitting here. Welcome, sir. Yeah, let's introduce please, and then we'll continue.
Tigala Krishna Ray, and a politician from India. He was once the mayor of Hyderabad and the chairman of Tigala Krishna Reddy Educational Society, founded in 2001. The aspirational youth educational demands are being met as the renowned educationalist emerges from difficult experience with the admirable desire of spreading education. Tigala Krishna Reddy College of Engineering and Technology was founded in the year 2002. Established in the year 2003 is the Tigala Krishna Reddy Institute of Management and Science. The Tigala Krishna Reddy College of Pharmacy was founded in 2007 to develop world leaders. These institutions disseminate the most recent information in management, pharmacy, and technology. Having you join us today is really awesome, sir. Thank you. Garu, you can continue the speech. Sorry for the interruptions.
So we are here with management courses, business courses, IT courses, engineering courses, nursing courses, trade courses, whatever the student would like, whatever skill, whatever field they want to develop, we are here to help. Aussie Education is in 5 different countries, 39 offices, and we are expanding towards south with another 12 offices under Bharti Map. So expansion is there, officers are there, support is there, and of course your very beloved Bharti Ma'am is here. Okay, so you can trust her more than anyone else. So with this, I will finish without taking more time. If you got any questions, you got any doubt, how to recruit student, what strategy to follow, what marketing tips to follow, Ravi, our marketing manager, is going to be here for next 3 months. You can take card from him, come and visit him. He will guide you very properly. He has started 22 new offices in last 2 years in India. So experience is there. He can guide you. Apart from that, you can come and meet me and Doug later on, discuss with us what is Australia, how the weather is, how the people are, okay, whether we can settle down properly or not, and we can guide you. No problem. Thank you for having me here. Thank you.
Moving forward, I'd like to invite Lakshmi Garu onto the dais. They're running a very leading ad agency called Ma Ads, which is very well known in South India and mainly in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, with a successful career in advertisement industry for the past 30 years. Next, our Honorable Governor Dattatreya Garu, I request you to talk few words.
Today, we are very happy to participate in this function, and our Acsses, they are greet with a pioneer in Australian education industry. On this occasion, our former mayor, respected leader Sri T.R. Krishna Reddy garu, and I welcome our dog Hinchcliffe. It is KOI Australia. Really, we are very happy to see you and hear you also. He is a very outstanding educationist. And with innovative models they are teaching in their university. I congratulate you for the innovation of your university. And in the same occasion, our Satya Shukla, he is also Acsses Education Australia. And our corporator, Srimati Sarla Garu, respected all friends. Really today I am very, because this is a very novel event. Because our students should know that what are the education opportunities in overseas. Number one is, what is the importance of education? Education is now has become a life. Earlier education means only for getting some degree, some doctorate, some certificate. Now it is not like that. Now education is our life. Education is only strengthen your voice. If we are more and more educated and more enlightened. And today world, we should realize money is not power. Knowledge is power. So we need knowledge society. We need knowledge society. So this knowledge society, where from we get? India has got a very ancient history. India has got very high values of life. But in education system, now we cannot confine into only India. Now entire world has become a globe. Globe as a village. Globe as a village. Now cell phone has become everything of the world. In a small cell phone, you can see entire the world. But how to know it? So that's why I wanted to inform you that the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he started new education policy of 2020. New education policy 2020 is game changer. In new education policy, scientific education, ethical values, moral values, technology, innovation, and research. These are the very ingredients of our education policy. Now, by 2030, all in India, every education institution, they have to follow this education system. By 2030, government has decided to implement education policy. I am happy to inform you, as the Chancellor of my Haryana state, our government has decided to implement this new education policy by 2025 itself. Because very important thing. First is education should be not only by reading the books. In our Indian education system, more is theory. More theory, practically is less. So now we have made it. Every student should be linked with the industry. You may be engineer, but you don't know how to mechanic machinery. The IIT student better knows than engineering student because he is on more in the workshop. So that's why in this new education policy, 75% should be practical, 25% should be theory. Practical should be more, application should be more. All these things. Other thing is, new technologies have come. That new technologies should be taught in our universities. Artificial intelligence, robotics, blockchain technology. Like that, many new technologies have come. In overseas, already with 10 years back, they have started these technologies by education. So that's why we need to adopt whatever the world standards are there, we should take into account. And I am happy that Australia is one upon it. Outstanding universities are got in Australia. That's why every year, here just Shukla told 5,000 students are going to Australia. 20,000 every year. Every year 20,000. 120. 1,20,000. 1,20,000 students are going to Australia. If the same standard is with their technology and everything, provided infrastructure, if we give education here, it will be less cost. We can provide. I am happy that our sister Bharati ji, she started it. I congratulate her. Difficulties will be there. Because time will take. Time will take. Obstacle always will come. But the person who cross the obstacles and fight for it will only success. అందువల్ల ఆమె మంచి విజయం సాధిస్తుంది. భవిష్యత్తులో మంచి విజయం సాధిస్తుంది. విదేశాలకు ఎంతమంది పోతున్నారు? నేను ఏదో డాటా చదివాను. ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ మన దేశం నుంచి 10 లక్షల మంది వెళ్తున్నారు. 10 లక్షల మంది వెళ్తున్నారు. 10 లక్షల మంది పిల్లలు వెళ్తే కొన్ని కోట్ల రూపాయలు మా విదేశాలకు ఆ ధనము ఇక్కడే పెట్టి ఇక్కడే ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ చేసుకొని ఇక్కడే వెళ్ళితే భారతదేశం గొప్పగా నిర్మాణం అవుతుంది. కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ అవకాశాలు ఏర్పడాలి. ఇక్కడ అవకాశాలు అంటే ఆ స్టాండర్డ్స్ గ్రేడ్స్ ఉంటాయి. గ్రేడ్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఉదాహరణగా మన ఎడ్యుకేషన్ గ్రేడ్స్ we are only 1, 2, 3 grades. But in Germany, Japan, even Thailand, even grade, their grades is 7, 8, 9. ఇక్కడ చదువుకున్న విద్యార్థి సర్టిఫికేట్ తీసుకొని జర్మనీకి వెళ్తే మనకు ఉద్యోగం రాదు. అక్కడ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ చదవాలి, అక్కడ గ్రేడ్ సంపాదించాలి. అందుకని నేను మొట్టమొదటిసారి లేబర్ మిషన్ అయినప్పుడు అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి కొంతమంది తీసుకొచ్చి ఇక్కడ మా వాళ్ళ ట్రైనింగ్ ఇచ్చి ఆ గ్రేడ్స్ను ఇక్కడ అప్లై చేయించిన అని నేను మీకు హృదయపూర్వకంగా నిర్మాణం చేస్తాను. అక్కడి నుంచి కొంతమంది పేరెంట్స్ని తీసుకొచ్చాను, ఓ యూనివర్సిటీ స్థాపించాం. స్కిల్స్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. స్కిల్స్ ఆర్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఈ గ్రేడ్ జర్మనీ తర్వాత జపాన్ నేను వెళ్ళి చూశాను. అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి విద్యార్థి, అక్కడ మామూలు విద్యార్థి కూడా చాలా చక్కగా కంప్లీట్గా పడాపడాపడాన్ని చేసుకొని వస్తారు. కారణం ఏంటి? ఆ గ్రేడ్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ స్టాండర్డ్ ఉంది. ఇవన్నీ బయట దేశాలు ఉన్నాయి, విదేశాల్లో ఎక్కువ ఈ గ్రేడ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. కాబట్టి అక్కడ రేపు రాబోయే రోజుల్లో 2030 ప్రపంచంలో 3 కోట్ల ఉద్యోగాలు రాబోతున్నాయి. ప్రపంచంలో 3 కోట్ల ఉద్యోగాలు రాబోతున్నాయి. ఇండియానేమో యంగెస్ట్ కంట్రీ. ప్రపంచంలో యంగెస్ట్ కంట్రీ ఇస్ ఇండియా. ఇండియాకు బాగా యూత్ అవకాశం ఉంది. మనము ఈ గ్రేడ్ తీసుకొని వెళ్తే ఈ గ్రేడ్స్ తయారు చేసుకొని క్వాలిటీ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ తీసుకొని గ్రేడ్ తీసుకొని ముందుకెళ్తే 3 కోట్లల్లో 2 కోట్ల మంది భారతీయులు విదేశాల్లో ఉద్యోగాలు సంపాదించగలుగుతారని నేను మీకు ఉద్యోగిస్తాను. ఇదే న్యూ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ పాలసీలో పెట్టిన ప్రధానమంత్రి మోడీ గారు ఈరోజు చాలా ప్రగతికరమైన దృక్పథంతో ఉన్నారు. దూరదృష్టి పెద్దగా ఉండాలి. చిన్న ఆలోచనలతో పోతే లాభం లేదు. అందుకనే ఈ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ పాలసీని చాలా జాగ్రత్తగా అన్ని రాష్ట్రాలు అమలు చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది. ఒకటి, మన దగ్గర ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ అనే జనరేషన్ కావాలంటే వాళ్ళకు వృత్తి విద్య చాలా అవసరం, ప్రొఫెషనల్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్. అందుకనే న్యూ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ పాలసీలో 10+2 తర్వాతనే కాకుండా 10కు ముందులోనే 8వ తరగతి నుంచే వృత్తి విద్య ప్రారంభించాలని న్యూ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ పాలసీ పెట్టడం జరిగింది. వొకేషనల్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఈజ్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. నీ లైఫ్ ఏంటిది నువ్వు 8లోనే డిసైడ్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఏం కావచ్చు ఆ వృత్తి తీసుకో. ఆ వృత్తి తీసుకొని ఆ వృత్తి మీద ఎడ్యుకేషన్ చేయి. If you want doctor, if you want engineer, if you want any other educationist, scientist, you make up your mind. సో ఆ రకమైనటువంటి యాటిట్యూడ్ డెవలప్ చేయడానికి మనకు విదేశాలకు వెళ్లకుండా విదేశాలలో ఉన్నటువంటి గ్రేడ్స్ టెక్నాలజీస్ను అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి విజ్ఞానాన్ని సైన్స్ను అంత తీసుకొని భారతదేశంలోనే పెట్టేటువంటి ఒక స్థమత భారతదేశానికి రావాలి. హైదరాబాద్ ఇంకా కేంద్రంగా కావాలని నేను మీకు హృదయపూర్వకంగా చేస్తాను. హైదరాబాద్ కేంద్రంగా, ఇంత పెద్ద హైదరాబాద్ అన్ని రకాలైనటువంటి ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ ఉంది. విద్యలో కానీ మనం ఆ స్థాయికి రాకపోతే మనం కాంపిటీషన్లో ఉండదు. విద్య అనేది చాలా విజ్ఞానం. విజ్ఞానం ఎంత ఎక్కుంటే మనిషి అంతా గౌరవించబడతాడు. అందుకని నేను చాలా సంతోషిస్తున్నాను. ఈరోజు మంచి కృష్ణారెడ్డి గారు కూడా మంచి ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ నడుపుతున్నారు, మంచి ఇంజనీరింగ్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ నడుపుతున్నారు, అనుభవం ఉంది. కాబట్టి విద్యార్థులకు తెలియజేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. ఏంటంటే మీరు బాగా విదేశాలకు వెళ్ళాలి. విదేశాలకు వెళ్ళొద్దని నేను, విదేశాలకు తప్పకుండా వెళ్ళాలి. వెళ్ళి విదేశాల్లో ఉద్యోగాలు చేయాలి, డబ్బులు సంపాదించాలి, దాంట్లో వెనుకలేదు. కానీ నువ్వు చదువుకున్నటువంటి ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ను, నీ గ్రామాన్ని, నీ దేశాన్ని ఎక్కడ వెళ్ళినా మర్చిపోతని నేను మీ హృదయపూర్వకంగా నిర్మాణం చేస్తాను. అందుకని చివరిగా నేను ఒక చిన్న విషయం చెప్తాను. రామాయణంలో మీ అందరికీ తెలుసు రామాయణంలో రాముడు లంక మీద విజయం సాధిస్తాడు. లంక మీద విజయం సాధించిన తర్వాత లక్ష్మణుడు రాముని అంటాడు, అన్న ఇది చాలా స్వర్గం, లంక చాలా స్వర్గం, ఇది చాలా బంగారం ఉంది. ఈ లంక అంటే దీన్ని ఇంత ఉన్నటువంటి నేను ఎక్కడ చూడలేదు. కాబట్టి ఈ లంకను మనం వదిలిపెట్టద్దు, ఇక్కడే ఉందామని చెప్పేసి లక్ష్మణుడు చెప్తాడు రామునితో. చెప్తే అప్పుడు రాముడు అంటాడు లక్ష్మణుడితో, నేను ఇక్కడ ఉండను అంటాడు. కాదన్నా ఇది బంగారం, ఇది బంగారం, ఇది చాలా గొప్పది, మన దగ్గర ఏముంది, మన దగ్గర ఏం లేదు అంటే అప్పుడు రాముడు ఒక శ్లోకం చెప్తాడు. ఆ శ్లోకం ఏంటంటే అపిస్మరణ మయీ లంక, అపిస్మరణ మయీ లంక నమే లక్ష్మణ రోచితే. లక్ష్మణ అపిస్మరణ మయీ లంక స్వర్గం కన్నా గొప్పది కావచ్చు, బంగారం కంటే చాలా విలువైనది కావచ్చు, కానీ నమే లక్ష్మణ నాకు ఇష్టం లేదు, నాకేమాత్రం ఇష్టం లేదు. ఎందుకు అంటే జననీ జన్మభూమి ఇష్ట, నేను ఎక్కడైతే జన్మించిందో, నాకు ఎక్కడైతే జన్మ ఇచ్చిందో ఆ తల్లిని నేను మర్చిపోను, అక్కడికే నేను వెళ్తా అని చెప్పేసి రాముడు చెప్తాడు. జననీ జన్మభూమిష్ట స్వర్గాదపి గరియేసి, చివరికి అయోధ్య వెళ్ళి అక్కడి నుంచి రాజు వెళ్తాడు. ఈ విషయాన్ని ఎవరు కూడా మర్చిపోరు. ఎందుకంటే ఎడ్యుకేషన్లో విలువలు చాలా ముఖ్యం. విలువలు లేనటువంటి వ్యక్తి వ్యర్థం. అన్నిటికన్నా ముఖ్యమైనది చాలా విలువలు, వాల్యూస్, మానవత్వం, పరోపకారం, సహకారం, దాంతోపాటు ఆత్మవిశ్వాసం ఉండాలి. ఎడ్యుకేషన్లో మనకు చాలా ముఖ్యమైనది స్ట్రాంగ్ విల్ పవర్, స్ట్రాంగ్ డిటర్మినేషన్. కొంతమంది విద్యార్థులు ఇప్పుడు చదువుతున్నారు, సర్టిఫికేట్ సంపాదిస్తున్నారు, మంచి ఉద్యోగం కాకపోతే ఆత్మహత్యలు చేసుకుంటారు. ఆ రకమైనటువంటి విద్య మనకు అవసరం లేదు. మన కాళ్ళ మీద నిలబడి 10 మందికి సహాయం చేయడమే నిజమైన విద్య అని మీకు హృదయపూర్వకంగా మనం చేస్తాం. 10 మందికి సహాయం చేయాలి. ఈ నూతన విధానంలో ఇదొక విషయం ఏంటంటే యూ షుడ్ బికమ్ ఎంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్. మీరు కేవలము చదువుకొని నాకు ఉద్యోగం కావాలి అని తిరిగేదానికన్నా ఉద్యోగం చేయాలి, ఉద్యోగం చేస్తూ మంచిగా రాణించాలి. కానీ నేను ఉద్యోగం కోసం కాదు చదువుతున్నది, నేను 10 మందికి ఉద్యోగం ఇస్తానని చెప్పేసి భావన నీలో రావాలని నేను మీ హృదయపూర్వకంగా నిర్మాణం చేస్తాను. ఇప్పుడు నిజంగా ఎంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్ కావాలి. కాబట్టి ఆ విద్యలో ఎంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్ కావాలంటే ఎక్కువ more skills, more knowledges, more competitive. You should be more competitive, more expertise, and more quality. And upon all these things, you should be more impressive also. More impressive. Impressive అంటే కేవలం అందంగా ఉండడమే కాదు, నిన్ను చూసి నలుగురు నేర్చుకునే వాళ్ళుగా ఉండాలి. నిన్ను చూసి నేర్చుకోవాలి. నువ్వు అందంగా లేకపోవచ్చు కానీ నీ దగ్గరికి అందరూ వచ్చేటట్టు ఉండాలి. ఆ రకమైనటువంటి విద్య ఏదో ఇది చాలా అవసరం. మీరు జీవితంలో విద్య మీ ప్రతిబింబం అని భావించాలి. ప్రతిబింబం, యువర్ షాడో, యువర్ ఇమేజ్. సో అందుకని ఆస్ట్రేలియాలో అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి వస్తువులు ఇక్కడ మాకు కొంచెం తక్కువ ఉన్నా ఇక్కడనే మనం నేర్చుకొని ఎక్కువ అనేకమైనటువంటి నైపుణ్యాలు సంపాదిద్దామని నేను హృదయపూర్వకంగా భారతి గారిని, అలాగే మన మిత్రుడు శుక్లా గారిని, and you are also one of the inspirators for all these people how Australia is giving education. For you also, I congratulate you and welcome you for Hyderabad. చివరిగా చాలా కష్టపడి కృషి చేస్తున్న వాళ్ళకు అందరం కూడా సహకరించాలని నేను హృదయపూర్వకంగా భావిస్తూ నన్ను సన్మానించి ఆహ్వానించినందుకు ఆమెకు ధన్యవాదాలు. భారతి గారికి, ఆమె సహచరులందరికీ ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటాను.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం అండి. దత్తాత్రేయ గారు చాలా బీద కుటుంబం నుంచి వచ్చారు. నేను చూసా చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి. మహారాజ్ గంజ్లో ఉండేవారు. వారు ఎంతో కష్టపడి ఈరోజు ఒక ఎంపీగా, మంత్రిగా, గవర్నర్గా ఈ రాష్ట్రానికి ఎంతో పేరు తీసుకొచ్చారు. చాలా సంతోషం. భారతి గారు నేను ఎప్పుడు చూడలేదు వారిని. మీరు కూడా రావాలని నేను ఫోన్ చేస్తే తప్పకుండా వస్తాను. నాకు వేరే పార్టీ మీటింగ్స్ ఉన్నా పోలే, నేను కంపల్సరీ రావాలి. ఎందుకంటే మీరు అందరూ ఎక్కడి నుంచో సుదూర ప్రాంతం నుంచి వచ్చారు, అందరూ ఆస్ట్రేలియా నుంచి కూడా వచ్చారు. వారిని చూడటానికి హియర్. విద్య లేనివాడు వింత పశువు. చదువు లేకుంటే ఎవ్వరూ లెక్క పెట్టరు. నీ డబ్బులు ఎవరు చూడరు, నీ అందాన్ని ఎవరు చూడరు. మనల్ని ఎవరైనా అడుగుతారు, వయసు మళ్ళిన తర్వాత ఎంతమంది పిల్లలు అంటారు. నాకు 2 పిల్లలు అంటారు. ఏం చేస్తున్నారు వాళ్ళంటే, ఒక్కొక్కడికి ఆస్ట్రేలియా పోతాడు, ఒక్కొక్కడికి అమెరికా పోతాడు. ఇప్పుడు హైదరాబాద్ సిటీ ద బెస్ట్ సిటీ. ఒకప్పుడు 5 లక్షల జనాభా ఉండే సిటీ కోట్లలో వెళ్ళిపోయింది. వాళ్ళ ఈ ప్రాంతం నా గురించి చాలామంది తక్కువ తెలిసి ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే నా కనసనంలో జరిగింది హైదరాబాద్ సిటీ. యాజ్ ఏ హుడా చైర్మన్ 9 years, urban development chairman. As a mayor, direct election, elected 40 lakhs people in Hyderabad city, 5 years. And MLA, 5 years. As a mayor, 5 years. My age is now 76. 76? Oh, sustu no itla. Yes, 1947. June 10th. అయినా నేను ఇంత చలాగ్గా ఉన్నానంటే, చలాగ్గా ఉన్నానా కదా? ఉండాలి, మీరు కూడా ఉండాలి. మన బ్రెయిన్, మన హార్ట్ చక్కగా ఉంటే 100 సంవత్సరాలు బతకచ్చు. నేనైతే బతక. మన దత్తాత్రేయ ఎన్ని తాకట్టు తిని ఎలా ఉన్నాడో చూడండి. మాకందరి ఆదర్శవంతులు. మాకు ఆయన పార్టీలు వేరు కావచ్చు, బట్ ఆయన చేసే విధానం చాలా గొప్పది. నేను మేయర్ ఉన్నప్పుడు హైదరాబాద్ సిటీ అంతా నాతో తిరిగాడు. వారు భారతీయ జనతా పార్టీ ఈ ఊర్లో పుట్టి గవర్నర్గా విన్నారంటే సామాన్య విషయం కాదు. కష్టే ఫలితం. మనం కష్టపడేది ఏది రాదు. కష్టపడిన రమ్మంటే గాలి దీపం పెట్టి వస్తుందా? నేను వ్యవసాయం చేశాను, మూట కొట్టా, నాగలు కొట్టా, ట్రాక్టర్ దున్నినా, వరి నాటేసిన, బావులు కొట్టాను. నేను నిజాం కాలేజ్కు మా ఊరు ఇక్కడికి 13 కిలోమీటర్లు. నేను సైకిల్లో వచ్చి డిగ్రీ చేశాను. ఆ కాలేజీలో పొలిటికల్గా ప్రెసిడెంట్ నేను. నాకు ఆలోచన వచ్చింది, పెద్ద వ్యవసాయం. మా నాన్నగారు 1947లో రజాకు ఆయన మీద ఫైర్ చేశారు. పోతే చేయబోయి ఆయన మనిషి బతికాడు. 76 ఇయర్స్లో చనిపోయారు. నాకు 30 ఎకరాలు ఇచ్చాడు. నేను ఎక్కడ దాన్ని పాడు చేయలేదు. నాకు ఆలోచన వచ్చింది, నేను పడ్డటువంటి కష్టము ఈ హైదరాబాద్ నగరం కాదు, చుట్టూ ఉన్నటువంటి ఎవరు కూడా పడకూడదు అని ఒక చిన్న ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ పెట్టినప్పుడు మా పాలు వాళ్ళు నన్ను వెక్కిరించారు. ఓహో, ఈయన మేయర్ అవుతారట, ఈయన ఎమ్మెల్యే అవుతారట, ఈయన ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ పెడతారట. ఎస్, గర్వకారణం. వాళ్ళు అన్నది అన్నే. Now 11,000 students studying my college. TKR Engineering College, TKL Krishnanand Engineering College, TKR Pharmacy College, M Pharmacy, B Pharmacy. 11,000 మంది చదువుతున్నారు. హాస్టల్లో ఉన్నారు మా పిల్లలు, మై స్టూడెంట్స్. ఎందుకంటే భారత్ గారు నాకు ఫోన్ చేసి మీరు రావాలి సార్ అంటే, సరే వస్తానమ్మా. మాకు ఒక అలవాటు ఉంది, మాట ఇస్తే మాట తప్ప. ఈ హైదరాబాద్ సిటీ బిల్డింగ్స్ వచ్చినాయంటే ఆ రోజు మేయర్గా, హుడా చైర్మన్గానే ఇవంతా డెవలప్ అయింది. 5 లక్షల జనాభా ఇప్పుడు కోట్ల మీద పోయింది. అప్పుడు ఇక్కడ మేము హుడా యాక్షన్ చేసాం. హైటెక్ సిటీ చేసాం. హైటెక్ సిటీ చేసేటప్పుడు కూడా ఆ రోజు ఉన్నారు చాలామంది. ఆహా ఏమవుతుందని. ఇవాళ ఏమైంది? హైటెక్ సిటీ మా ఊర్లో అట్లే ఉన్నాయి. హైటెక్ సిటీ వెళ్ళిపోయింది. మణికొండ, నార్సింగ్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్. ఎందుకంటే మనిషి అనుకుంటే సాధించలేనటువంటిది ఏదీ లేదు, కానీ అనుకోవాలి, అనుకొని సాధించాలి. ఎన్టీ రామారావు, నేను ఉదాహరణ చెప్తున్నాను ఇవన్నీ. మేము వారి దగ్గర పనిచేసాం కనుక. ఆయన వచ్చినప్పుడు ప్రపంచం వస్తే ఈ రంగులైన ముఖ్యమంత్రి అవుతాడా, చేస్తారా అని వెక్కిరించారు. ఆయన ముఖ్యమంత్రి అయ్యి ఎన్నో మార్పులు తీసుకొచ్చాడు. రూపాయికే కిలో బియ్యం ఆ రోజులలో. ఎందుకంటే ఈరోజు ఎడ్యుకేషన్ లేదు, ఏమి చేయలేము. చాలామంది మేధావులు ఉన్నారు ఇక్కడ, నాకు తెలుసు కొంతమంది. దాంట్లో ఎన్నో కష్టాలు ఉన్నాయి. ఊరికనే కాలేజ్ పెట్టగానే సరిపోలే. దాని తగ్గట్టు స్టాఫ్ ఉండాలి, దాని తగ్గట్టు ప్లేస్ ఉండాలి. ఆ విధంగా చాలా సంతోషం భర్త గారు. ఎందుకంటే ఇటువంటి సెమినార్స్ కావాలి మనకు. పెట్టండి మీరు, మా సహకారం ఎప్పుడు ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే ఒక్కరికొకరు పరిచయాలు కావాలి. నేను ఆస్ట్రేలియా కూడా వచ్చా, పోయినా ఇలా చూశాను. మా వాళ్ళు కూడా ఉన్నారు అక్కడ. చూసాం మన దగ్గర అందరూ అమెరికా అంటారు, మనమంతా USA. ఆయన ఏం చేస్తాడో దేవుడు ఎరగాలి అక్కడ. నేను చూసి అక్కడ ఉన్న పిల్లలు, చాలామంది పిల్లలు, ఇటువంటి పిల్లలు నేను అమెరికా పోతున్నా అంటే సరే పోరాడు ఆయన అని పంపిస్తారు. స్కిల్, మనిషికి స్కిల్ లేదు ఎక్కడ పోయినా లాభం లేదు. స్కిల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఈరోజు మేము మాట్లాడుతున్నామంటే ఎంత కష్టం. ఆ రోజులు మేము చదువుకోవాలన్నా పాఠశాలలు లేవు, కరెంటు లేదు, నీళ్లు లేవు. ఈ ప్రాంతం అంతా అడవి. ఏమైంది వాళ్ళ ఆ రోజు కాపాడిన మేము. వాస్తవం చెప్పాలంటే ఎన్టీ రామారావు, చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు, రాజశేఖర రెడ్డి వీళ్ళందరూ ఈ యొక్క ప్రాపర్టీ కాపాడినాం, అమల ఉంచా. ఆ ఉంజ పట్టుకుని ఈరోజు మీరు అందరూ పెద్ద పెద్ద చదువులు చదివి ఉన్నత దేశాలకు పోయి మీ తల్లిదండ్రులకు, ఈ రాష్ట్రానికి, ఈ దేశానికి పేరు తీసుకొస్తున్నారు. అటువంటి విద్య కావాలి మనకు. అందుకనే దయచేసి మనం అందరం ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ నడిపిస్తాం, కష్టాలు ఉన్నాయి. కానీ అన్ని రాష్ట్రాల కంటే చూశాను. నేను నిన్న మన రుమేనియా కూడా వచ్చాను. కానీ మనకున్నటువంటి వాతావరణం, మనకున్నటువంటి రోడ్లు, మనకున్నటువంటి 24 గంటల కరెంటు, నీళ్లు అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి మన దగ్గర. అందుకనే తప్పకుండా భారతి గారు చెప్పినట్టు ఇంకా పెంపొందించాలి, ఇంకా బాగుపడాలి. హైదరాబాద్ నగరం ఎవరైనా అనుకున్నారా? ఓ చార్మినార్, గోల్కొండ అన్నారు. ఇప్పుడు హైటెక్ సిటీ. హైటెక్ సిటీ. నేను హైదరాబాద్ అర్బన్ డెవలప్మెంట్ చైర్మన్గా ఉన్నప్పుడు యాక్షన్ చేసే 3,250 రూపాయలు గజం. ఇప్పుడు కోట్లలో వెళ్ళిపోయింది. డబ్బులు ఉన్నాయి కానీ భూమి లేదు. అందుకనే మీ మేధావులు ఆలోచించవలసిన అవసరం, యంగ్స్టర్స్ ఆలోచించవలసిన అవసరం ఉంది. హైదరాబాద్ సిటీ అన్ని పట్టణాల కంటే బెస్ట్ సిటీ అంటే హైదరాబాద్. బెస్ట్ సిటీ హైదరాబాద్. వాతావరణం మంచిగా ఉంటుంది, మనుషులు మంచి వాళ్ళు, భూమి ఉంది, నీళ్లు ఉంది, కరెంట్ ఉంది. ఇవన్నీ ఆ రోజు ఇటువంటి మేధావులు ఉన్నప్పటికీ ఈ సంపదను కాపాడుతున్న అవసరం మీ యంగ్స్టర్కు ఉంది. ఆ విధంగా చేస్తారని చాలా సంతోషమైన విషయం. అందుకని ప్రతి ఒక్కరూ చదువు ఉండాలి. 5 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి 15 సంవత్సరాల వరకు ఎంత బీదవాడైనా సరే, ఆ తల్లిదండ్రులు బీదవాళ్ళైనా సరే, వాళ్ళు చదివిస్తే ఈ రాష్ట్రం, దేశం, ఈ ప్రపంచమే మార్చవచ్చు. ఈరోజు మన ప్రధానమంత్రి నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారు ఎక్కడి నుంచో వచ్చారు, మరి సంవత్సరాలు చేస్తున్నాం. ఆనాడు ఎన్టీ రామారావు ఒక్కొక్కరు విధానంలో దాన్ని మనమంతా కాపాడుకొని ఈ హైదరాబాద్ని మీరందరూ కలిసి బాగు చేయాలని చెప్పి మనసారా కోరుకుంటూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటాను.
Sir, for your inspirational words.
On behalf of Acsses Education, we are highly thankful to attending.
So all stalwarts have spoken about education and everything. Because Mr. Doug Hinchcliffe is here, I would like to stick with English. I hope everybody are comfortable with English, right? So Mr. Dattatreya was talking about new educational policy. I would like to reiterate that once that new educational policy comes in, there will be more students flying from India to Australia, because the new educational policy is very close to the Australian norms and levels to the international education. And also I would like to talk about the pathway for the Indian students. We want to send future leaders. We want to do future entrepreneurs also. For this purpose, we have number of students flying to various foreign countries, in which Australia is one of the best kind. When somebody was talking about climate and all that, also in that arena also Australia is the best kind. And if you are looking at a foreign education, and Dattatreya was talking about patriotism. Actually, I am also a very big patriot. I love my country. And that is the reason I have set up this education institute, or that is the reason I am associating with Satya, so that we send more and more students abroad. Once we go there, and somebody here, Dattatreya was telling, do not forget your country for all these students. I agree with him. So once why are we asking a student to go abroad? Including my son has gone for masters. Why shouldn't he continue his studies in India? There are 3 factors for that. One of the primary factor is The syllabus which is there in Australia is upgraded every 3 years. Okay, every 3 years according to industrial standards, which is not yet come into the Indian educational system in the engineering or anywhere else. So the primary thing that an education institute should have is good syllabus. Okay, so when you are talking about a 10-year-old textbook and the industry has moved forward so extensively, in that case, what is the value our students are getting by studying in some of the institutions here? So basically, regarding the syllabus, that is the primary aim for that. And when we are looking at the future, as Mr. Dattatreya and Tigala Krishna Reddy ji has said, 75% practical and 25% theory. That is existing in the education system which we are preaching here and telling you, all of you, to send. See, when we are doing something ethically and morally, we who are sitting in this room, if we are agreeable to send our students in these programs, then we are eligible and we should do this business where we send other students abroad. Because when we are willing to send our own children there, that means the product which we are selling from this room is good enough for others also, if it is good enough for our kids, because that is the touchstone which we have to look into. The touchstone is whether we will be willing to do the same thing for our family. If we are willing to do the same for our family, we are doing a greater good for the society sitting here and sending students abroad. Okay, and once the student finishes his study visa and then he finishes his graduation and then he goes for a work visa and he studies 2 years and he works there 2 years and he comes back to India, his exposure and his outlook changes a lot. If you look at the students who change the state from Andhra Pradesh to Gujarat or from Andhra Pradesh to Delhi itself, we can see a vast difference in the students who come back from the state, because they are exposed to number of students in various arenas of life and various cultures, various languages. If you are going to Australia, that outlook will become much more broader, because there you will be meeting students who are across the world, and especially Australia, even students from Malaysia, students from US, students from UK, all of them come down there. Keeping in see, that's the best country. Why am I proposing? Because I do every country. But why am I more propagating Australia? The reason is, one is work-life balance, where every time to midnight we don't do jobs, even if Indians are working there. There is a time-life balance where you finish your job by 5 to 6 and go home and enjoy time with your family. Whereas other countries, either it's more towards running grind, and India also we do know very well, till 9 also some people do jobs here. So in a life, to quality life, if you always need work-life balance, which is pre-existing in Australia. Most peaceful country, if you're talking about crime rate also, the least crime rate in the world. And then a student who goes there will not suffer due to the climatic reasons, because the climate in Australia is the best. It is nearly equal to India, or a little better than maybe olden days Bangalore if you're talking about. So it's the most peaceful place. And then if you're looking at the future, and Tigal Krishna Reddy and Dattatreya were talking about entrepreneurship skills. So we nowadays, Indian students are not only seeking jobs abroad, they are establishing their own businesses also abroad, thereby providing lot of income for our country, and many of that source of income is flowing to India. We can take example Suhag here. He stayed in Australia and he might have earned a good amount of money, and he brought all of it and established a business in Gujarat, and he is doing a good number of things for our country and our students. Just now they were talking about 3 crore jobs in the world, and there are a lot of statistics stating that Indian youth is a large diaspora of Indians are youth in the coming 10 years. So out of 3 crore jobs in the world, we are not talking about India only. Out of 3 crore in the world, how many jobs are we going to grab? If all the people sitting in this room actively participate in sending students abroad and they achieve their goals very nicely, maybe out of the 3 crore, we will be at least 30%, 1 crore of Indians everywhere in the world. Look at the revenue that we get for our country, look at the money that will be coming back, and look at the prospects of the students to go elsewhere and start working or setting up businesses. So when we are doing a business, it should be a synergic one where the society also will benefit through that business, which is happening in this case. That's the reason at this, let's say, fag end, I should not call because there is a 76 veteran sitting here. I don't know what's the age of Doug Flint. He is sitting here. Maybe I should, 74, so I should not call myself at the fag end, maybe. But at this age of 50, I am going with this education because it's a passion for me, and I firmly believe that this business where we send students abroad will become a cutting edge for India as a country, because the loyalty of Indian will always remain Indian. If we place number of students abroad, they tend to change the policies of those countries also in our country's favor. So keeping all these in mind, would Satya like to talk again, because I interrupted your speech midway? Maybe post lunch, or would you like to talk now?
2-3 minutes.
Yeah, sure. So Satya will be talking with all of you regarding this. And then regarding entrepreneurs, maybe Satya will help our students to put up a businesses in Australia instead of working for someone at some point of time. So keeping all this in, thank you everyone for listening patiently and for waiting for Mr. Dattatreya to come in and all. Thank you. Namaste once again.
For hours and hours and hours. But few things which I had left before, that's why I thought to finish with 2-3 minutes more. So as everybody talked about how Indian government has implemented this new policy about 75% practical and 25% theory. But can anybody please let me know why this happened? Is it like we learned from the overseas countries, or was there really need for this? Why did this happen? Anyone? Yes, please.
We have seen many times in schools, they are very good with studies, theory, concept, very studious students. But as soon as they are into corporate world, they struggle a lot. They don't know the practical approach of performing. So here we see the gap. And now after getting this 75 and 25 ratio, I'm sure things are going to be changed.
Excellent analogy. Yes, sir. One more.
The thing is, in our education system, the interaction and implementation is lacking. So this decreases the gap, and we will excel more in the 75% and 25% thing.
True, very true. So what happens is, in last about 15-20 years, there has been a revolution in the technology. I still remember when I was in year 7 or year 8, before exam, I was going through the first battle of Panipat happened on 15th of April 1526, 21st of April 1526, 21st of April 1526. That's not needed anymore. Why is not needed anymore? Because we got technology. Google it and Google uncle will say what happened. When was Golconda Fort made? 1143, 1143, 1143. That's not needed anymore. What we need now is a practical approach. So, gone are the days when students used to come out with, let's say, Bachelor in IT in software development, but at the end of their studies, they were zero in terms of software development. They were zero in terms of artificial intelligence. Because what they studied was just like a book, which might be 15-year-old, 20-year-old, 30-year-old. So thanks to the Indian government, I will not name any party because we are not here for party politics, okay? But yes, thanks to the Indian government for bringing this much needed change. But along with this change, one more thing came into the picture. Now, Austrian universities can open their own campus in India. There have already been a race with a lot of providers to open that one. KOI also will look into the future for sure. We have discussed few things. So what way that will give advantage to our student is, like as Bharti ma'am said, they can have 1 year or 2 years studies here, then they can go to Australia, finish their degree in 2 years and be eligible for post-study work visa. So that way they can reduce the cost of their study further, as well as they get a chance of having unlimited work rights on that visa. But doing all those things, please do make sure, as I told you before, be an informed educator, be an informed counselor. Make sure that you look into the details.
Now I'll go to Mr. here who has been talking with me since morning. What can you see on that poster at the back? Does it look very glossy?
Yeah, the only thing which I look is higher education with KOI.
Okay. Does it look really good?
Yeah, it is very good and it is attractive and also it is informative.
Thanks for saying all those things. What do you think, ma'am, about that poster?
What is attracting me is the attire that sir is wearing, the cap, the recognition that he's a graduate or he's achieving. So that is the attracting thing for me.
Thank you. Anyone else want to comment anything on that poster, please?
Yes.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Great CEO Dean, KIG own institute. But I would like to say, I'll put a paper in between meet and great. I will say meet the great CEO Dean of King's Own Institute.
Thank you, ma'am. She has just touched the point. My whole purpose of asking you this question is, don't lose your focus. Look into the minute details because we are like doctors. If doctor does any mistake on the operation table, bye bye, thank you, see you. Okay, never see you basically. Done purposely.
Great.
Yes. That was there for a reason. Whatever looks glossy is not always the same. Going to abroad, having a degree from Australia, US, UK, Canada, New Zealand, making money there because somewhere there is a dollar tree is very good. But understand the reality. Okay, so please make sure you don't lose your focus. Be an informed educator. Wherever you need help, ask our education team. Bharti ma'am is here, Suhag is here, Ravi is here. We all are here. We all have been to different countries. I have traveled more than 83 countries in the world. So experience you can count on us. And I'll give you one last example before I finish. Okay, and then we can go for what was next and lunch. We got Ravi here, who is our marketing manager. With Ravi, we have experimented because I can proudly say that we have done more than 11,000 visas. Okay, I can proudly say that one. And this number is only for offshore, not for onshore, not for PR. We are talking about student. But with Ravi, we experimented how to get the visa refusal, not the visa grant, visa refusal, so that we can learn from that and make sure we don't commit that one with our students. He got a visa refusal from 21 different countries, and all was done purposely. Okay, so that he can stay with us, as well as we know how to make sure that we don't commit that mistake with our students. Okay, so with this thing, I really thank you all for coming here, listening to us, listening to Aussie education team, listening to Doug from KOI, which is one of the best provider down under, very affordable fees, and we are proud to say that we have been working with them for very long, and they have been one of the best in the industry. So in the break, you can come to me, you can come to Doug, you can come to our team and talk like separately, whatever your doubts are, we are here to help you. Thank you. Thanks a lot for that.
Today, you are here. This is something special. This moment in time is very important, and some of you are going to leverage off what you've done and take the opportunity. Today, we're in the presence of greatness, real success. His Excellency the Governor, Mr. Reddy here, 4.5 million students, 4.5. The scale of what you do in India, how you do it, the success factors here is just, to me, it's almost unbelievable. You are making things happen. And that what you heard before from both our speakers here, His Excellency the Governor and Mr. Reddy, is aware we're ready. Are you ready? You have to get that phone out, look the selfie, and see if you are ready, because the opportunities are there now. They won't always be there the same. Take that opportunity now. Be a smart shopper, look around, listen to the people that have done this. I've got the evidence there for you.
You don't have to guess anymore, it's there. So take that opportunity, that choice is yours. Take some of the parents with you on that journey, explain what's happening, what opportunities are there, and I say the world really is yours. Thank you.
Much, sir, and now I'd like to invite Mr. Ravi Kumar Garu to deliver a vote of thanks.
Thank you for giving opportunity. It is my immense pleasure to propose vote of thanks on behalf of Acsses Education. His Excellency Governor of Haryana, Sri Bandaru Dattatreya Garu, and Dr. Tom Hinchley from Australia, Mrs. Sarla Garu, Corporator Amipet, and Mr. Satya Shukla Garu, Global CEO Acsses Education, and media and police, whoever cooperated for making it grand success. I thank each and everyone for making it grand success, and especially we are highly thankful for detailed enlightenment about this Acsses education, Mr. Don Chidrik Garu, and enlightening about the education importance and other detailed and very noted personality, Mr. Satya Shukla Garu. We are thankful each and everyone, especially thanks for you for attending and making it grand success. We are all and it has lunch waiting for you. Thank you for making it grand success once again. Thank you so much.
I'd also like to mention that after lunch, Mr. Doc Hinchcliffe and Mr. Satya Shukla will be here in this hall. Anybody who wants to talk to them regarding their queries or any doubts, you can talk to them. You can visit them after lunch here in the same hall. Thank you.